So in today's video we are going to be doing a comparison of the 5 Too Faced eyeshadow palettes that I own currently. I do want to pick up some more. I'm thinking about getting the Sweet Peach one that's going to launch soon. I only have one of the chocolate bar variety of palettes. I don't have the bonbons or the semi-sweet chocolate bar, but I kind of want them. So let me know what you guys think. But let's go ahead and talk about the 5 that I do own. First we'll talk about packaging. So Too Faced has the best packaging. I think the cutest, themey kind of packaging of anybody that any of the other brands that I see at Sephora. Benefit has some great packaging. Some of them have very sleek, classic looking packaging like Makeup Forever, for example, or NARS. But I think Too Faced has some of the cutest packaging. So first, let's talk about the difference in size. So some of the palettes will be in this little tin, like square, more square, I'll say. It's not a square, it's a little bit of a rectangle, but call this more of the square packaging versus like the chocolate bar, which is a full-on rectangle. So I'm going to show you pictures close up of each of the palettes. The first one I'm going to show you is the Too Faced Sugar Pop palette. So this is kind of what the exterior of the packaging looks like. And the inside of the packaging is a lot of colorful shadows. So I'm going to show you some close-ups here. We have Rock Candy, Strawberry Ice, and Peach Fuzz. You'll see the format in the 3 palettes that are like the square size, the square shape. The 3 palettes that I own kind of have the same format. The 3 shades over here are larger in size, and they also have the lighter colors, basically like your brow bone shades and some lid shades. Sometimes they're like a little shimmery, a nice light peach, a light white, whitish gold, light cool tone white. Basically they're like your lid shades and your brow bone shades. And then the colorful shades, there's always at least one pop of color in the palettes. Some kind of color that's going to grab your attention that's more than just a basic brown. Even if it's a somewhat neutral palette, they usually have something that adds a little bit of depth, a little bit of dimension to the palette. Give eyes a pop of sugary shimmer and creamy mattes with this French macaron inspired palette of 9 sweet shades of vanilla, chocolate, and candy colored hues for eyes that sparkle and pop. So the Sugar Pop palette inspired after macarons. So these are the shades. I think this palette is perfect if you like color. If you own a lot of neutral palettes already, this would be a great addition to your collection because you have a bright turquoise, a bright pink, a sugared violet is like a deep bluish purple, a peachy orangey shade, a dark purple. I mean, this is a great palette. If you already have your neutrals covered and you just want something fun to play with, this is a great way to do it. I believe these are about $36-ish. They might be 38 or something. But yeah, I think that this is a good one if you like color. If you are scared of color and you like a lot of traditional looks, this is not the palette for you. Another palette that I really like is the Too Faced Romantic Eyes palette, so I'll show you that close up. The packaging is a beautiful, like romantic looking floral pattern, and this is supposed to be inspired for like brides. This says, how do I create a romantic eye for any occasion? They say a woman is at her most beautiful when she is in love, so why not look the part every day? Now you can with my palette and hand-picked shades that bring out your inner bride, bombshell, or classic beauty, all with an ultra-feminine touch. So that's what Jared Blandino, the Too Faced founder, said about this palette. The colors inside, again, you have the same 9-shade format. 3 of them are like lid shades, brow bone shades, very light. And then the other shades are on the side. The other 6 are smaller. This one's around $36. Again, I got this from the Too Faced website. I hope it is still available. I'll try to link all of these below if I can find them. And the one shade that's really a pop of color is Honeymoon, and it is like a gorgeous, like greenish, shimmery gold color. This one does not have a mirror, but it did come with the instructional like thing that you can pull out that shows you looks that you can do with the palette. So this palette in particular is really good. I used to keep it in my desk drawer because it had lid shades, it had deepening shades, it had like a silver which I could use for like if I wanted to go from day to evening and go out after work or something. So this palette is good for the classic girl, but it is not your boring neutral palette. So I think this would be a good addition to your makeup collection if you're not quite ready for the Sugar Pop colorful palette. You know, you're not really a hot pink eyeshadow kind of gal, not like a turquoise eyeshadow kind of gal, but you don't want boring neutrals either sometimes. This is a great palette. I think that greenish gold is gorgeous. If you have brown eyes, the greenish gold will look really pretty on you. Actually, I think anybody could wear it, but anyway, the last of the 3 palettes that's this shape. This is the Too Faced Peanut Butter and Jelly palette that just came out in March, in February/March of 2016. And this one I just did a full review. I showed you the shades, but it is the same, has a mirror. And it has your same format. 3 big shadows that are more like your lid / brow bone shades. And then your deeper shades, it has a very bright pop of purple, just like I explained, and then it has a brighter orangey red. This one is for the girl who loves purples and warm browns. If you like orangey reds on you, if you have warm undertones, you probably would like that more, especially if you have green eyes or like hazel eyes. This palette will look great on you, but I think anybody can wear it, especially if you have if you like the way you look in warm shadows and purples. I personally love the way I look in purples. I think purples really look good on me for whatever reason. So I like to wear something like this because it does give you the option of creating the color named Bananas is like a golden yellowy shade, but it's shimmery. That is the most perfect lid shade. If you're just in a hurry, you can just slap that color all over the lid and do a little bit of like one of these brown shades, one of the more classic. You can do Bananas on the lid and then do one of the more classic like deeper shades for the crease, like the browns or the purple. You're good to go. So this palette is good to like keep in your desk drawer at work, or use as an everyday palette. It has your neutrals, it has your brow bone, it has your transition shade of the beautiful peanut butter palette. And did I mention it smells amazing? It smells like the cocoa powder. So this one says, inspired by the social media sensation that is peanut butter from our best-selling semi-sweet chocolate bar collection, we created this peanut butter palette of 9 gorgeous matte and shimmer shades featuring antioxidant-rich cocoa powder with a creamy peanut butter twist. So it is cocoa smelling, just like the Too Faced chocolate bar palettes and the chocolate soleil bronzers, but it has a tiny hint of peanut butter smell too. It doesn't smell like jelly to me at all, and it doesn't claim to, but yeah, I think the purple is an interesting pop of color. It looks really pretty on the lower lash line. I highly recommend this one for $36. Now we have the original chocolate bar palette. This one was more expensive. I believe it was $49. The packaging is it's like ribbed. It's supposed to look like a chocolate bar. And this one says, indulge your craving for chocolate with these 16 antioxidant instead of 9 cocoa powder infused matte and shimmer shades of neutral browns, delicate pinks, and luscious plums. Inspired by our best-selling cocoa powder infused with chocolate soleil bronzer, the collection of decadent shadows is the perfect complement to any skin tone. Chocolate bar comes with our signature glamour guide with 3 beauty looks to get you started. So this one was more expensive, but you do get 16 shades instead of just the 9, and you do have the largest shades are this one here and this one up here, and those are your brow bone / lid shades. They're very light. They kind of figure you may use 4 of the 12 of the other shades. You may vary which ones you use each day, but you'll probably use one of these 2 light lid shades / brow bone shades every single day. So they gave you more of that product, which I think is really smart. I love the color scheme. I think that if you are a newbie to makeup and you're not afraid to take chances, but you're not ready for turquoise and hot pink eyeshadow for the Sugar Pop palette, try something like this. This will get you by. It has, I'll show you the close-up, but it has purples look good on just about everybody. And then there's a good variety of light and dark shades, shimmery and matte. This would be my recommendation if you were looking for a neutral, flattering to everybody, no matter what your skin tone is, palette from Too Faced. This is 16 shadows for $49, which may sound like a lot to you, but it's really only $3 a shadow, which is very affordable compared to drugstore makeup even. And this kind of thing will last you forever. It smells delicious. It's like a nice way to wake up in the morning. The Semi-Sweet palette has a bright blue shade and the peanut butter shade, which was later featured in the peanut butter and jelly palette because it was a big hit. This palette's pop of color, I guess, would be a purple. But as it says, it's like your browns, your neutrals, your plums, and a little bit of delicate pink. This is my absolute favorite palette if you don't know what you like and you just kind of need some eyeshadow. This would be a great place to start. And last but not least, I wanted to show you the Too Faced Stardust palette. This is a collaboration with the Instagram star Vegas Nay. And this one is really skinny. It actually came in a bigger box and it included a deluxe size sample of a nude shimmer eyeshadow, a Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, and a couple of other things like some look cards, and the box was bigger, but this is what the actual palette looks like. For comparison, this is the Too Faced chocolate bar versus the Vegas Nay. So it's like half the thickness of the chocolate bar. It is bigger in size than it is larger than the Too Faced Peanut Butter and Jelly palette, but as far as thinness goes, this would be easy to pack at the bottom of a suitcase. The Stardust palette is my perfect color variety in a palette. So like if I were able to choose exactly 12 shades in a palette, this would be it. So I'll show you a close-up of it. I have my brow bone shade in the color Chandelier. Millennial is a perfect transition shade. I have several perfect lid shades like Selfie, Pink Pearl. I have the Strip, which is a glittery, like very shimmery, metallic almost, purple, like lavender silver, which is really good for going out. You've got your deep shades like Double Tap and Sin City, like your dark purple and your dark black to deepen out. Girls Night reminds me of Cocoa Bear or Brown Script eyeshadows, if you're familiar with those from MAC and Makeup Geek. And then you have a couple of beautiful bronzy shades for every day. A Golden Nugget is a beautiful gold shade. All the shades are kind of inspired by Vegas, obviously Vegas Nay. But this palette has your pop of color in the purple. It is a really good eyeshadow palette. I think that for the money, this is a good investment as well. But like I said, you only get 12 shades, whereas in the chocolate bar you get 16. And it is thinner, but it is also larger as far as like the width of it is larger, but it's actually the same height, but it's thinner. So it's not much difference. It's just a slight shape variance. So this one does not smell. It was exclusive to Ulta, I believe, and I think that the price was reasonable for 12 shadows, but the Too Faced Chocolate Bar, in my opinion, is a better buy if you don't know what you like. Now, I saw the Stardust palette and I was like, yes, that is perfect for me, but it is limited edition. It may not be available forever, and the Too Faced Chocolate Bar is permanent. Too Faced is known for putting out palettes here and there seasonally, or like to celebrate or collaborate with other people, or their holiday palettes, and then they go away. They come out once for 3 or 4 months and then they disappear and you'll never be able to find them again. So I'm really hoping that some of these make it to become permanent shadow palettes, because they are really good quality. They're creamy, they blend well, they're nice texture. I have heard that the holiday palettes that they set out every year do not always have the same quality as their permanent collection palettes or the other palettes that I've showed you today. So I hope you guys found this review helpful. Hopefully it'll help you determine which palette you want to pick up from Too Faced. If you're a girl who loves color, you might like the Sugar Pop palette. If you want mostly neutrals, go for the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. They also make a beautiful natural eyes palette, like the Natural Matte palette, that is perfect if you only wear tan, like off-white and brown. Like if you wear those 3 shades and they're all mattes, then that is the perfect palette for you. I don't own it because I do own those shades in other palettes, so I didn't purchase that one. But if you like a variety of finishes, textures, and colors, but you're not really ready for colorful, like bright shadows, you want it to kind of be more of a back burner thing, go ahead and give the Chocolate Bar a palette. So I hope you guys found this review video helpful. Thanks for watching. Bye.